Okay, so moving on तो years passed away, कई साल चला गए और लोग फिर भी बढ़ते गए. ओके, सो पहले हमने देखा था अर्लियर वी सॉ दैट पोस्ट ऑफिस की दोनों तरह आनंद हाउसेस हो चुका था. तो अब गांव में ज़्यादा लोग और हो गए और स्कूल की दूसरी तरफ और मार्केट की दूसरी तरह और हॉस्पिटल की दूसरी तरह भी घरों आ गए. तो अब हम क्या सकते हैं क्या क्या कर सकते हैं? हाउ डू वी गिव numbers to or house numbers to the houses that are to the left of the hospital, market and school? It is simple, just as how we gave numbers to the left of the post office as negative, we can do the same thing with school, market and hospital. So if we get an address say market house number -2, so first हमें क्या करना चाहिए? First we go to the row in which the market is. Okay, and now -2 means we'll have to go 2 blocks to the left of market. Okay, let's take another example. Okay, we'll look at this example, this house. इसके एड्रेस क्या हो गए? This is in the row in which there is a hospital, so the first reference point will be a hospital, and this is 3 blocks to the left of hospital. So this is given the house number as hospital, house number -3. Okay, so so we have solved the problem of, so to each house we can give a unique number, and to each unique number there will be a to each number there will be a unique house. Okay, so again the number of houses started increasing because as years go by, people in the village also start increasing, and we need more houses for the people to stay. तो क्या हुआ? People start building houses in the other side also. So as the number of people became uh, twice, okay, we needed more hospitals, more schools, and more market. Okay, तो अब गांव में क्या है? There is 2 hospital, there is 2 market, and there are 2 schools. So how do we identify these 2 hospitals? Since one hospital is above the uh, post office, we can call it as hospital 1. Okay, and since the other hospital is below the post office, we can call it post office -1. Similarly, we have market 1, market -1, school 1, and school -1. So using this system, to each house, as we had used in the previous example, we can give a unique house number. Let's say Mr. Himanshu, market -1, house number -2. So first, what does he have to do? He'll have to look at which row should the postmaster go to. Okay, the postman looks first at market -1. So he starts from the post office, he comes down 2 blocks because market -1 is 2 blocks below the post office. And what does he do? He looks for house number -2. तो -2 के मतलब क्या होता है? He'll have to walk in the left direction or the negative direction for 2 blocks. Okay, and he can reach the house of Mr. Himanshu. Let us take a look at another example. Let's say this house. What will be the address of this house? It is in the row in which market -1 is there. So the first part will be market -1. it is 3 blocks to the right of the market. So that will be market -1, house number 3. So using this system, to each house we can give a unique house number. What about this house? So this is in the row in which the post office is there. So post office, comma, -3, house number -3. Okay. So using this system, सारे नंबर्स को, सारे हाउसेस को हम क्या दे सकते हैं, एक यूनिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन नंबर दे सकते हैं. Okay, so now suppose there is some other village, okay, in which there are so many houses, okay. So ये चारों तरफ अनंत नंबर ऑफ हाउसेस होते हैं और उसके सेंटर में क्या होता है, आपकी पोस्ट ऑफिस. तो पहले एग्जाम्पल में हमारे पास रेफरेंस के लिए हॉस्पिटल थे, मार्केट थे, स्कूल थे. लेकिन अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि रेफरेंस के लिए हमारे पास क्या है, सिर्फ हमारे हॉस्पिटल ही है, आई मीन पोस्ट ऑफिस ही है, बाकी सब घर होता है. सो वी नीड सम सिस्टम सो दैट वी कैन आइडेंटिफाई ईच हाउस विद अ number or a unique house number. So what do we do? One idea we can think of is we take the post office, okay, and all those houses which are in the same row as the post office, okay, we make a horizontal line, okay, we make a horizontal line and we give them as red color, okay, and all those numbers that are in the same column as the post office, okay, we make a vertical line out of this, we give them a color green, okay, and we give numbers to these houses as 1 2 3, -1, -2, -3, okay, and the vertical houses also we give them 1 2 3 and -1, -2, -3. Now one system that we can use to find or to locate each houses, we so these are two perpendicular lines, okay, one is a horizontal line and this is a vertical lines, and both of them make an angle of 90 degree, okay. So agar, if you can imagine this as two lines, they make an angle 90 degree at the point of their intersection. So these are two perpendicular lines. So one system that we can use to locate each house is we calculate the perpendicular distance of a house from the red line and the green line. So for example, let us look at this house. So what is the distance of this house from the green line? So this is 1 2 2 blocks away from the green line, okay. So we give it a number 2, okay. Now we look at the perpendicular distance of this house from the red line. So this is 1 2 2 blocks away from the red line. So we give 2 comma 2, okay. So the house number of this address or this house is house number 2 comma 2. So what does it mean? This house is 2 blocks away from the, or 2 blocks uh, to the right of the green line and 2 blocks above the red line. Suppose there is, and the center or the our post office is 0 0, because this is already in the center. What is the distance of this r, the post office from the green line? It is already in the green line. So the distance from the green line is 0. What is the distance of the post office from the red line? It is already in the red line. So it is 0. So now let us look at a house number -3, 0. So what does the first number say? It says the perpendicular distance from the green line. Okay. So -3. So that is 3 blocks to the left of the green line. So we go from 1, 2, 3. So our house is somewhere there in this column. Now the second number is 0. That means the distance from the red line is 0, which means it is on the red line. So the house that we are looking for is this red house. So the house number of this red house is -3, 0. So all the numbers in the red line, okay, they will have a house number of the form some number comma 0. Why? Because the first number denotes the distance from the green line, and the second number denotes the distance from the red line. Since all these houses are on the red line itself, their distance from the red line is 0. So the second digit, or the second digit of these houses will be having a number as 0. Okay, so all houses in the red line will be of the form some number, let's say x comma 0. Okay, so I hope you understood that concept, because here 0 is because since this house is already on the red line, the distance from the red line to this house is 0. So in the same way, houses in the green line can be given a house number as 0 comma some number. Why do we have a 0 in the first digit? Because these houses are already on the green line. So its distance from the green line is 0. See, when you look at this house, its distance from the green line is 0 because it is already on the green line. Now the distance from the red line is 2 blocks. So this has a house number of 0 comma 2. Okay, so in this manner, to each house, okay, we can give a unique house number, and to each house number there will be a unique house. Okay, so it is not the case that we take some number, let's say uh, -1, -2. Can there be two different houses with the same house number? No. Okay, let's look where is this house. So the first number is 1, which means the distance from the green line is 1 block, and since this is a positive number, we go to the right of the post office, or the right of 0. So this is somewhere in this block. Now the second digit is -2. So that means the distance from the red line is -2, and the negative number here denotes 2 blocks below the red line. Okay, so if this was 1 comma 2, means 2 blocks above the red line. Since this number is -2, it means 2 blocks below the red line. So this is the house that we are looking for. So positive number in the first place denotes houses that are to the left of the green line, and negative number denotes houses that are to the uh, left of the green line, and positive numbers denote houses that are to the right of the green line. Negative numbers in the second place denote houses that are below the red line, and positive numbers denote the houses that are above the red line.